Welcome to the Halo Combat Evolve walkthrough on Legendary difficulty for NextGenWalkthroughs.com. I'm SwordOfForumsExtreme.com, and this is part 3 of 2 Betrayals. So this room and the last part were a little more sloppy than I usually like to play them. Usually I like to do them a lot quicker, getting a lot more headshots. But once you've gotten all the enemies you can through the barrier, then you can come around to this window. You also want to pick up as many plasma grenades as you can. And you want to get down to 2 enemies. Once you get down to 2 Covenant enemies left, then the Flood will come through the door. And while it's not always easy to plan for it, it's nice to get down to just the 2 elites, because they can kind of take on the Flood. You can also come up here to fight the Flood, and usually take him out from up here. You don't have to attack quite so aggressively, though. So I'm just looking for grenades, and usually there's a couple pistols here. The human combat form Flood usually have a couple pistols. I had already walked over one, and the other one that I missed ended up being near the Covenant shield in the center area. So once you come out here, you can stay near this barrier and try and get headshots on at least 3 of the jackals, and then the others will retreat. Then you can move up to this next barrier and start grenading some of the elites. Each time you move up, you'll get some more Flood that will jump across from the other bridge. The gold elite just flew off the bridge. So you want to try to advance without the elite seeing you. And then just come up to the next barrier. Since the Flood are easy to kill, generally you want to take out the Covenant. Normally you won't take as much fire from the Flood on the bridge next to you as I have this time. Then there's one Flood that just jumps across and another one that comes in behind you, and then you're done. Now here you just want to come through the middle and lead with a grenade and hold some of them near the grenade until it goes off. Then you want to nade on the side, get a couple shots off, and then there'll be some coming from the other side. I retreat into the entryway. It makes a great spot to keep retreating along. And you can keep retreating around every corner. Until you're ready to advance again. Now I usually look for any reloads I can get for the shotgun, and then I head up the ramp. And from the ramp you can usually take everybody out. You just have to do it kind of quickly. I just come down here and take him out from this window. You can get all the flood on this side from this window. And then just go through the other window. Now through this next hallway, there's two elites. They're waiting for the flood to attack them. When you get close to the hallway, it'll trigger the flood. You want to kind of stay out of the way though, because the last flood that shows up has a rocket. And there he was. Now the Covenant almost never win this battle, but once in a while it happens. I grabbed the rocket here because there's pistols later on. So you can just hold at this entryway until you get the last of the bubble guys. Then you want to jump up on the side here because there's a guy with a shotgun up here. You can take him out and then throw a grenade. And the rest is pretty easy. Now here's the pistol I was talking about, and there's another one in here, usually. A health pack. And now you just want to take out all the infection forms. This spot, it's kind of crucial to do that, just because of what comes up next. What'll happen if you don't is the ones in the hallway will come through the door every time you walk near the door and it opens up. And then you'll have extra enemies attacking you while you're busy with other stuff. Now as soon as you come out here, you can stay behind this barrier, and if you have the rocket, you can take down one of the Banshees before you even engage the flood. Otherwise, you want to take out the flood first. You're going to have 3 carrier form and at least 2 combat form that are going to come after you, so you want to get all of them before they get here, and then take out all these infection form. Of course, if you don't have a rocket, you can take them down pretty easily with a pistol. Now there's 2 Banshees out here, but there's also 3 combat form flood with rockets in the middle of the bridge. And I wanted to show how you take down the Banshees, but unfortunately the combat forms took them down for me. But basically stay behind these barriers in the back and you can take them down easily. Just wait until they start to shoot at you or line up to shoot at you, and then fire your rocket. Stay in view so they can still get a couple shots on you, and then they won't veer off and the rocket will hit them. If you move out of the way too quick, they'll just veer off to the side and the rocket will miss. The rest is fairly easy. There's a pistol that you might want to grab, and then you can take out the combat form that have the rockets if they're still around, which I couldn't find this time, but usually it's laying right around there. So if you don't have the pistol, you can use your shotgun. You just want to stay behind a barrier because they're very accurate with their rockets. These infection form you don't even have to do anything with. You could just go right by them. And that's about it for part 3.